What's going on, everybody? Mastertaint here with another war recap for you from Semper Invicta. This one was against a pretty high war wing clan. We were really excited for this. These guys had a lot of cool bases, high level walls, high level heroes, anti 3-star bases. We thought it was going to be really close, but turns out they weren't the best attackers at all. So if you look here, you can see on our Town Hall 10s, they actually got mostly 2-stars all the way down. They had one 3-star attack against their Town Hall 10s, so really cool there. But then when you look at the Town Hall 9s, they left a lot of bases with 2-stars, only a few 3-stars mixed in there. So as we've shown, that's what wins the war, is cleaning up the Town Hall 9s. You look at the enemy side here, about the same, one 3-star in their Town Hall 10s and all 2-stars. And then as far as Town Hall 9s go, there were 2 bases that got away from us, but everything else got 3-starred, and that's why we won by 9 stars, actually. So good job, guys, but not good enough. So the first replay we're going to show you today is by iLROGUE versus their number 7 Town Hall 10 Penta LaLoon attack. Really cool to see. Begins here by dropping in his heroes, some wall breakers, and 1 wizard. And all he's trying to do here is get rid of the enemy Archer Queen, that air defense here, and as many other towers as he can get while he's doing it. So Archer Queen goes down pretty easily. Then his Archer Queen comes in and cleans up that Archer Tower, this Wizard Tower, and the air defense here. Oh, sorry, the Archer Tower comes last. For some reason, targets that elixir storage before the Archer Tower. I don't really quite understand the Archer Queen AI sometimes, but gets all the towers that he wanted to get down there, and then drops in all 5 of his hounds at the top here with a bunch of loons in behind. Saves 4 loons back for when they get down to the other side of the base, and yeah, the enemy CC gets pulled out over here, almost perfectly landed right on top of those hounds. So as soon as the first hounds pop here, there's going to be lots of pups to clean them up. Perfect heal spells. Look at this freeze spell. Right as he comes up to the Inferno Tower, the loons come right up to it, right as the freeze is coming off and gets destroyed. Same thing with the other Inferno Tower, so almost perfect spells. Rage spells bring them right through the core, right down to the bottom here. All that's really left now is this Wizard Tower and this air defense, and it's really funny on an air raid with an air defense being the last thing left up. But look how many loons he has left here. It's going to get taken down, and then everything is free to be cleaned up. He's got lots of pups all over the base, plus he's got all these loons. They did kind of stick together. There is one going off by itself, but it is surrounded by a bunch of pups too, but everything's going to get cleaned up anyway. So yeah, Barbarian King dies right at the end and the last few buildings. So really nice attack, iLROGUE. Welcome to the clan. Okay, the next attack I'm going to show you here is by Haggers1 versus their number 9. It's a 3 Golem GoHo. Really cool to see. There's not too many places double giant bombs could be in this base. If you look around, there's kind of between the Wizard Tower and the air defense at the top here, and then by the Archer Queen, there's a possibility for one there, and by the Town Hall, there's kind of a possibility for a double giant bomb, but not really. So he comes in from the right side of the base here, trying to get the one double giant bomb location that's most likely between the air defense and the Wizard Tower, and it ends up being there. All 3 golems go right in the front. His Barbarian King gets dropped really late, which is perfect. Gets the CC taken out with a lightning spell while his hero still has full health. He hasn't even used their ability yet, and takes out the enemy Archer Queen here. Golems go up, pop that double giant bomb that, like I said, did end up being there, and his Barbarian King comes up and takes out the enemy Barbarian King. Finally has to use his ability here, but it's really awesome. He doesn't have to worry about the Barbarian King taking out his hogs, and then his hogs get dropped, in a pretty surgical fashion at the top here, just a few per defense, and they move down towards these Teslas around the Town Hall. Drops a few hogs at the bottom here to flank a little bit, and his other hogs here are still going through the middle. Archer Queen is shooting at walls, as we've all known. That's what she does best, and then she decides to go down and take out some more bases here, or some more buildings here. You can see that the other giant bomb did end up being here, so there was a double giant bomb, but because of the way that heal spell was placed, the hogs triggered it one at a time and got back up to full health right in between, and now all the defenses on this base are dead. He already has his cleanup wizards going in. He's got a minion going around at the same time. He's got lots of hogs left, plus his Archer Queen, so this base is going to get cleaned up really fast. The Golem's doing some work cleaning up the Barbarian King podium there, but now he's just going to punch a wall for the rest of the raid, and it gets destroyed. So really nice job, Haggers1. All right, and I am going to show one of my own attacks this war, just because I want to talk about the hero Golem that saved my raid. So I begin here. I drop in 2 golems at the top of the base here. This is a Shatter LaLoon attack, and a few wizards, 1 per building to clean up these buildings on the outside here. 2 got dropped at that collector, but whatever, it's okay. Archer Queen goes in, into the top here, and I wait a little while for the golems to get more on the inside, but I drop my Barbarian King, and it ends up being a little bit early, but I wanted to make sure he got funneled towards the inside of the base here. So the Barbarian King actually ends up jumping in front of the golem, so the CC gets targeted on him. I have to use his ability a little bit soon. That's okay. Lightning spell goes down here as soon as the witch gets into the range of it. And excuse me, the witch dies from the lightning spell. Now, if you see, my wizards didn't end up cleaning that dark elixir drill at the top here, and that actually almost messes me up because my archer queen is now going to move over towards that side instead of going into the jump spell, and she's going to take out that air defense up there, but she's not going to go over and take out the other air defense. But look how that one golem walked over and starts punching on that air defense, and that actually completely saves this raid, because when that golem dies and turns into golemites, his explosion kills that air defense, and yeah, I mean, that air defense would have messed me up. So I begin by dropping in 2 hounds on the left side air defense here with 2 loons per defense and behind it and a rage spell over all of them. And then 1 more hound on this right side air defense with a rage spell for my loons to go in. Unfortunately, the pathing kind of messes me up, moves me away from the air defense here, but I still have 2 hounds focused on it right now. And as soon as the pups come out here, they're going to get rid of all these air traps. Wizard Tower almost messes me up, but the other hound pops, giving me lots of pups now for cleanup. Like I said, that air defense at the top got cleaned up already. Last Tesla and Wizard Tower go down at the exact same time. I've got lots of pups, or lots of loons for cleanup, and lots of pups. My Archer Queen is shooting at walls. She has a sliver of health, and she's actually going to trip some traps on the way, but doesn't end up dying. But she just shoots walls for the rest of the raid. So yeah, really good job, Mastertaint. All right, and one more replay I want to show you today. This one is by Technique versus their number 15. This was actually a fairly difficult base, and he was able to 3-star it on his first attempt, so really good to see that. Drops the Giant here to pull the CC, and it kind of works out really well that all those little bombs were there because they're all going to get tripped by the Giant. The Hogs took a little bit of damage from him just because he dropped them a little bit soon, but like I said, this was the first attack. We didn't know they were there, but now all those traps are out of the way already. Little bombs, they don't do a lot of damage, but they actually cause your units to stop attacking for a second, which can be really detrimental depending on how close the raid is being. You know, if your hogs started to stop attacking a defense for a second, they're going to get taken out. Pulls the CC up to the top here. He drops in 2 giants. He says that was an accident. He thought they were witches. It kind of works out well for him now because the giants are going to tank the CC for a little bit, allow his wizards and witches to come in here, and his archer queen, sorry, and take out the enemy CC. But now he doesn't have the giants for his surgical attacking like he was going to use, but that's okay. He ends up pulling through with the raid anyway. Golem comes in, some wall breakers go in. They don't work on their first attempt, but he does have 1 more wall breaker to come in, and then his Barbarian King comes in. Again, he dropped the Barbarian King a little bit early, but it's okay because the CC's already been cleaned up, and he had to make sure that he got it down before all those buildings inside that one compartment got destroyed, and the Barbarian King would have walked towards the laboratory and not in the direction of the Archer Queen. Takes out the double giant bomb location here with his Barbarian King and the Golem, which is awesome, and then drops his hogs in kind of an Asian wall of hog style just along these defenses here on the top left of the base, and he keeps 4 hogs back. You see there's a lot of possible places for spring traps here. So now as the hogs make their way down through the base, he keeps them healed up. There are a few going around the top. Unfortunately, they are going to die. They're not staying with the main pack of hogs here. My only gripe with this attack is his next heal spell here. You see, they'll come down right as this bomb gets popped, but it's a little bit too late. Luckily, the Wizard Tower wasn't able to take them out because that would have killed all of his hogs. Luckily, just a few went over and popped the double giant bomb. So now as the hogs come up to these last defenses, he has 1 more heal spell and gets them all healed up. His last 4 hogs came in at the bottom side of the base here, so now they're all going to be going in one big pack. His Archer Queen takes out that last expo, so even though those spring traps came in there and took out a whole bunch of his hogs, there's not really any defenses left now, and actually there is no more defenses, and the base is left to be cleaned up. He's got cleanup wizards going around. They were dropped really early on the left side of the base here. His Archer Queen is working on the town hall in the middle. Hogs are kind of spread out, which works perfectly. He's not really going to lose the rate to time, and the last few buildings go down, so very nice job, Technique. All right, everybody. Well, that is another war recap for you. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Mastertaint signing off, saying think smart, rate smart, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.